This is Alan Rittenhouse. To let you know that me and Alyssa Leno has a daughter. She should be about 7, I do believe. If she attempts to put her or air her on television at any given time without the father's permission, she will be sued and charged with human trafficking, which is exploitation of that individual in a crude manner. She will not exploit my child's individual life. Now, that child was conceived 3rd 1st, 2014 on Saturday. The event started at 6 o'clock, but 8 o'clock that night she was conceived. As she should not. Not blaming the child, I'm blaming the mother. My wife was being murdered at the time, so to draw my attention away, they brought them in, handcuffed me to a bed. She gun top me and was impregnated by me. As this pumped my individual wife's stomach and sold the semen, Fort Wayne State Police, Huntington City Police, and Huntington County Sheriff's Department were all involved. They held me at gunpoint. The ex-sheriff of Huntington, Terry Stoffel, put a gun to the back of my head, had me on my knees. As for his deputies had guns to my face. In front of me, to the right-hand side in the corridor of ER, Parkview Hospital in Huntington. They had her held up by the hair of her head. She's already dead, deceased. They let almost every individual in Huntington come in and ejaculate in her mouth. True in fact, we have the security feed to prove it. I offered up a polygraph to the FBI to prove it. They would not arrest those individuals at that time. So now the event has took place again in Warren, Indiana. They kidnapped her, declothed her, sexually assaulted her, and left her at the gas station maced, walking around the gas station screaming for me. As they did, they gave her to those deputies, which are same officers that worked for Terry Stoffel at the time, took her to Patrick Hacker's house, Detective Patrick Hacker's house in Huntington, where they held her hostage for 4.5 months at gunpoint or longer. All the cops were going in, sex assault, raping her, and sodomizing her to death. Eventually, they got mad at me, went in. Little Patrick Hacker went in there and crammed her so far down her throat, it collapsed her trachea and her larynx. As he did so, he ejaculated at a certain time, left her for dead, gurgling semen. Now, if you do not believe this is true, I can air the video, which will turn the world against law enforcement altogether. I've offered polygraphs to prove so. The individual that had her in the back driveway at the house with a gun between her shoulder blades was forcing her into the car. Tyler Hacker, his grandfather, was found in Missouri in my son-in-law's house, blood all over the place, secretions, semen, where they raped his girlfriend brutally in front of him. Then they murdered him and threw him in the Mississippi River. Law enforcement officers from here.